podcast. Welcome back, everybody. Today we have someone who is becoming a regular face on the show. People see the product, they don't see the grind. In today's episode, we're going to unpack what's broken in aviation recruiting, why he decided Avixo is the bridge, the real work behind building it, and continue busting myths. Moritz, welcome back.
Thanks, Reza, for having me back.
Let's touch a bit for our viewers how it started. Where did you feel there was
Yeah.
a gap in the market where you needed to put something out
Mm.
like Avixo?
It's a good starting point. So, for me, it personally started just after COVID,
Right.
when I'll go very quickly over it.
Yep,
But lost my job, needed to find a new job, and it was difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So, what frustrated me the most was, where do you start?
Right.
Okay, why is it that you apply for positions,
Right.
but you never hear back? Why is it that I have to be part of 20,000 WhatsApp groups
Right.
just to hopefully see a job that I'm qualified for?
Right.
How do you know where your application is if you submitted a resume at a certain recruitment agency?
Right.
So I basically found it not very efficient for myself. And I thought, why do we not use technology and try and solve this problem? Not for myself, but for the industry.
I remember you told us last time one of the little tests which you did, you're like, cool, so let's filter through these CVs. Let me filter it through digitally
Yeah,
and you go through it manually.
yeah,
How much faster does the process become?
Yeah.
And time is money.
let me put it this way.
Yeah.
Let's look at all the different recruitment options
Right.
at the moment. Because if we understand the different recruitment options, then we can compare Avixo with what is out there.
Fair.
Because then we compare apples with apples.
Right.
If I tell you we are the best, why? Any founder of any company will say they are the best. Okay? I think what irritates me also the most nowadays is ChatGPT. Everybody uses ChatGPT and it's all the same stuff, saying the same words. The marketing looks the same.
Right.
And now I'm like, guys, we actually do what we say we do, but I'm competing with ChatGPT at the moment.
Right.
Okay. We have taken our time, 3 years, to build something before we even launched it. Okay. And you're trying to compete with guys who's done it in a month, in 3 days. And their marketing is quite on point, I must say. But anyway, they
Marketing
don't
is-
have the product.
Marketing is on point, but execution is not there.
Execution isn't there.
Yeah.
So now, if I market the same as the rest, come on, people are getting irritated with what they see. So let's look at what is out there.
Right.
Okay. So let's look at the recruitment agencies, because obviously that's the most natural first step to take. Go to a recruitment agency. Problem one: how many recruitment agencies can you name? Now,
Not many.
not many. I promise you there's more than 20, maybe more than 100. So the problem is,
But not very well known.
well, not very well known. They might be big in their region.
Exactly.
You might be the perfect candidate for some of their clients,
Right.
but you don't know about them. So how do you put a CV there?
Interesting.
Now you put a CV there, but you compete against another 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 CVs.
Candidates, yeah.
You put your CV there and it's just part of a database.
Right.
Okay. So number one, if you are lucky enough to submit a CV,
Right.
number one, you must first know about them. Then you must submit a CV, and then you hope your CV don't get lost.
True.
Okay. So that's problem one. Problem two is, because of this problem, you have crew like myself who gets frustrated and they start trying to solve these problems. Okay.
Right.
But they solve it through WhatsApp groups. Okay.
Fair.
So now you have these WhatsApp groups, and there's 1,000 people on the WhatsApp group.
Right.
Now, just like, what's the word? Indulge me or entertain me for a moment. Okay. I said to the one guy the one day, it doesn't work. The model doesn't work. In my head, it doesn't work.
Right.
Why? Because he or she would advertise a position.
Right.
Then it's like everybody needs to apply who wants to apply. Okay, but now the CV is there, right? They've sent him a CV. 5 days later, he posts another job, he or she posts another job, and you have to resubmit your CV. Why? I've just done what 2 days ago.
Do you not already have me on the system?
You should have me on the system.
Correct.
Right? But now I'm flying
Right.
and I missed the ad. You had my CV. I'm the perfect candidate, but I miss out because I haven't resubmitted the CV.
Fair.
So what's happening with my data? What is happening? Why did I waste my time submitting it? Okay. So my solution to this problem is, if it was only WhatsApp, and that's the only platform we can use, the solution is tell all 1,000 people, submit your resume. Now there's one resume for each person.
Correct.
1,000 resumes.
Right.
Now you sit with a problem. Who's reading those 1,000?
Right.
Now a company comes to the, call it the admin,
Right.
says, hey, I need a flight attendant based out of Dubai. Who's available tomorrow?
Cool.
You have 1,000 CVs. How do you pick that one? How time consuming is that? With Avixu, that takes 10 seconds to do.
Right.
Okay. But it's because we have really built it to make sure we are able to do that. Okay. So that's the WhatsApp groups. Then we start looking at
Social media platforms.
social media.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now we have the mentors. Okay.
Right,
Some of them
right.
are amazing. Like really, they are. But I looked at the one post the one day and I'm like, why are you advertising a position if you are mentoring like 30 people? Okay. Why don't you recruit from your pool of people?
Right.
Okay. The simple answer is they can't put their name next to their name. They can't guarantee quality. So
Interesting.
if I phone you
Right.
tomorrow and say, Reza, come do a service on a private jet. Okay, come be the flight attendant.
Right.
But how I'm going to help you is I'm going to give you a bunch of PDFs, a
Okay.
few videos to watch. Come and do it.
Right.
Okay, you probably will fail. Why? Because you haven't done it. Knowledge doesn't mean you have the skill to actually perform the tasks.
I always say theory is far away from practicality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we will get to we will get to that part. So then what else do we have? We have the mentors. Look, I'm not saying they're not good. There's a place for them. But I think there's a place
It can
for
be.
them.
It can be. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it can be more simplified. The entire process can be more efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then what else? So we have the recruitment agencies, we have the WhatsApp
Mentors,
groups. You
WhatsApp
know
group.
what's the other problem with WhatsApp groups is the security
Right.
in there. Because these links are shared everywhere,
Right.
okay,
Right.
anybody can join. So think about this. Your data is
Lost.
no,
Misused?
not even that, misused. If I tell you, okay, let's say I'm a scammer, okay, and I come to you, Reza, like you don't know I'm a scammer. Please send me your passport. Would
Right.
you send me your passport? You don't know me from anywhere. Would you send me your passport? I don't think you would.
I wouldn't, but if we're part of that group. and
But if
you
you're part
don't-
of a group
Right. Right.
and you see this admin keeps posting positions,
Right.
and all of a sudden there's a position, he says, guys, please send me your CV, okay, in a DM. Okay, great. You send him a CV. So now what does he have? Your name, surname, date of birth,
Everything.
all your languages, where you are born, everything. Okay. Okay, great. Listen, we need your passport because the company requires these documents before we can take it further. Great. Now they get access to your passport.
Right.
Okay. Let's quickly have a phone call. They record the phone call. Guess what? Now they have your voice.
Yes.
With AI,
So many things
it's
can go wrong.
crazy
right?
what they can do. So now the question is, you're part of a WhatsApp group, you don't know the admins, you don't know who's on the groups, and you don't know what is happening with your data.
True.
Okay,
True.
so
Not regulated.
it's not regulated.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that's where we focused a ton on, is how can we match a company
Right.
with a candidate as quick as possible and do it safely. Okay. And I don't think we should go into safety today, because it's going to
That's
take
a
another
different
hour
topic, yeah.
on ways that you can get scammed and the ways we have built into our platform to prevent
You
you from
possibly
being
know
scammed.
there have been stories
Yeah.
of such incidents, I'm sure.
Plenty. I can tell you a story of a flight attendant that told me this happened to their pilot.
Right.
So he was part of a WhatsApp group. Guys started following him on Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever.
Right.
And every time before a flight, he posted a story, okay, of his flight or whatever, okay?
Yeah.
Something like, I'm going flying now or whatever.
Right.
So they picked up on a pattern, okay? So then he one day posted a story again. He got a phone call. Hi, this is so-and-so from HR. We have a pilots meeting in a week or whatever. It's a Zoom call or a Zoom meeting.
Right.
You're going to receive an OTP now, okay? So please just give us this OTP so that we can put you on the system, blah, blah, whatever the story was.
Right. Uh-huh.
Okay, no problem. Got the, I mean, he's in a rush. So,
Right,
okay. Got the OTP, gave it to the caller,
Right.
and off he went flying. Hacked his WhatsApp.
Right.
Guy started sending out messages to some
Right.
of his contacts.
Yes.
Guys, I lost my passport.
Yeah.
I'm at the embassy. Can't talk now. Please just transfer how many ever
Yeah.
dollars to this bank account, because this is the embassy, whatever the case is.
This happened with my work WhatsApp. It got hacked.
Yeah.
Because same thing. So got a normal group request. Like, for example, back then when I was doing charter brokerage,
Yeah.
everybody has this group. Request comes through. And the best part is the request is coming through somebody we know.
Yes.
So he's already been hacked.
That's the thing.
So request came through me, bang, click, join.
Yeah.
And goes like, just it needs that one OTP. I entered it and I left my work phone on the side. I didn't even care. Literally 30 minutes later, my ex-boss, she calls me like, Rez, your WhatsApp is hacked. I was like, oh, wow. And then I had to look out like, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Signed out everything. Took me 12 hours to recover that.
You see?
Shit.
And that's just from being part of a group.
Yeah,
That's
group.
a group.
Yeah.
You don't know which group, because everybody's desperate. They all join different WhatsApp groups. I've
Right.
been myself on 20 different WhatsApp groups. Okay. You don't know who's on there. They start following you around without
Right.
you knowing, seeing how they can scam you, and that's it, done. And all out of what's the English word now? Hulle byt jou uit is in Afrikaans. They exploit you.
There you
Okay,
go. Cool.
because you are desperate.
Yeah,
So now they're trying to exploit this.
Right.
Yeah. So
How does it make Avixu? Because tell us a little bit more about it. So, for example, from not too much into the security
yeah.
aspect, however, just at an epidermal level, that what things does it cut out? Since now, so it's an online platform.
Okay.
Me, I want to find a job.
Yeah.
I subscribe to Avixu. I go on. I think you mentioned there's 2 different memberships, right?
We are working on a new membership model now.
Very nice.
But there's a free membership. Okay, so let's first
on.
look at Avixu first. Okay.
Right.
Like I said, I want the world. This is this is the ideal situation, right? Every flight attendant, every pilot have a profile with us.
Yeah.
Which now means every company out there have access to their profile.
Right.
Why? Because we don't gatekeep the data. Okay. So if you are part of aircraft
company,
brokerage. Okay. All of a sudden, your client says, "Guys, we are actually struggling, our flight might be delayed because we struggle to find a flight attendant right here. Okay.
Wow.
Now, all you say, no problem. You don't phone me. You just go on our Vixu,
Right.
say, I need a flight attendant out of Dubai on this date, need to have experience on this aircraft.
We need to make a video of this and put
Yeah.
just using this filter, because I've seen it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
We need to put out a video of this.
Yeah.
Just doing that filter.
Yeah.
So go on.
Yeah. So then you use the filters,
Yeah.
say search, and then we only show you the profiles that meet your requirements. If, like, we have now over 2,000 profiles, sometimes no one populates, which means I'm not wasting your time. It doesn't mean the system is broken. It means
Right.
none of the 2,000 is working for your company.
Right.
Don't call them, because it's like me handing you 2,000 CVs and say, Reza, go through these 2,000, but none of them is good enough. What did I do? I wasted your time. However, if you see one profile, brilliant. That's the one you need to focus on.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So, number one, we are not gatekeeping the
Right.
data. You upload your stuff, great. Then any company have access to that data, and the
Right.
company use filters.
Right.
The more filters they use, the more accurate the search become.
Right.
So we don't force them to use all of the filters. If you say, I don't really care what passport holder it is, great, leave that open. But if you say, I need someone with a Chinese passport, or you need someone with a Chinese visa, amazing. Click on visas, select crew must have Chinese visa, and we only show you the
Crew which have that.
Chinese visas.
Fair.
Yeah. So that's roughly the way it works. For the pilots, it's a little bit more in depth.
Right.
The funny thing, and I wouldn't say the funny thing, I think other companies,
Right.
okay, I'm talking for myself now. You upload, you spend 2 hours creating a profile, and nothing gets done with the data. It's not being used in a way that benefits me. Okay. So now people look at our Vixu and it's like, or pilots particularly, they're like, why do you need all my hours? Okay. Why do you need all my licenses? Well, that's how the filters will work. Because if you fly a legacy, for example, and you have a South African license, okay, you are in Dubai and there's a flight tomorrow with a legacy leaving 6 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
The crew called in sick. Let's say the first officer called in sick. They don't have a spare crew member. Okay. I am in Dubai at the moment. I can fly a legacy, but can I really fly the legacy? Maybe, maybe not, because it depends. If it's a South African registered legacy, yes, I can. But if it's a Tango 7 registered, I cannot.
Okay.
So
interesting.
now, again, what our system does is, because we captured all the data,
Right.
we know who can fly
is
on which
eligible where.
aircraft. Okay.
Understood. Understood.
Then we work with insurance. Insurance would say, no, I need you to have minimum 1,000 hours on this aircraft, which is 1,000 hours on this aircraft, but 500 PIC. If I don't know how many hours you have on each aircraft, which roles you have, which hours you have in which roles,
Right.
how can I pay you? Okay.
True.
So once you have set it up, done, the system can actually pair you accurately. But now we sit with this second issue.
Right.
I hate updating a CV. Okay. The second you fly, your CV is outdated. So now you submitted a CV with a company. 1 month later, your hours is, you have 100 hours more.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
A month ago, you did not qualify for them,
But
now you do. Okay. So what did we do? We built a logbook into the platform.
Yeah. You mentioned.
You fly, you log
mentioned.
your hours,
Right.
and now your CV is updated automatically. You just need to spend that initial, call it, I'm going to say 2 hours, but never take you 2 hours. Let's say 2 hours. You spend your 2 hours, thereafter you use the logbook, and now
Everything is in place.
your CV is up to date.
Right.
Yeah?
Wow.
So,
How
and
did you-
again, it's so much more in depth than what I can explain now.
How did you come to this? Because last time when we were speaking, right, there must have been so many changes along the way that now it's become such a refined system.
Yes.
obviously let's go back to when it started. A lot of crude edges.
I started on a piece of paper,
Yeah.
and I just had to. I asked myself, okay, what's the goal? The goal is to get crew a job. How am I going to do this? And then I had to look at all the different models out there, see why they don't work, and then how we can solve it. Okay. So, first of all, it's not me building it. Okay. It's me designing the whole thing.
Right.
But you do need an actual team to make this work. Okay.
You told me about that.
Yeah. If you don't have a strong team, you will not make it. Okay. You need a team that actually sees the vision. Okay. Because what I also found is, so you bring someone on, a month later they're like, oh, this is a lot of work. No.
they can't see it like
I
you
can't
do.
see it yet. Okay. So you need someone who can see the vision. Okay. And thereafter, once you launched, or once we launched, we spoke to a lot of crew. So you let them create profiles and then take the feedback. Sometimes it's tough. The one said, no, the profile picture, I struggle with this. Then I go, I'm like, but I'm the one that developed it. Now,
Right.
if 5 guys says they're struggling, listen, you need to listen to them.
Fair.
And that's how we
refining it.
kept on refining it. Okay. Then I sat in a classroom one day, Dynamic, having a course. After the course, spoke to the instructor who was also a pilot, showed him the platform, and he said, listen, but what if you have this scenario? I'm like, it won't work then. A week later, now it works. Why? Because we listened to what the people are saying, and then we keep adding to the platform, the functionality of it. So I think to answer your question, how do we do it? We listen to what the people say.
Constructive feedback, and then you work on it.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is the technical part, which is hard. And I think as technology keeps improving, I think the app in itself would keep, the platform in itself would keep improving. I'm sure there would be much more things to add and
As
obviously
we said,
take away.
there's issues, right? It's weird. There must be a ghost in the app, because in any app, I swear, because we would work on a bug,
Right.
and then we upload the new version to the App Store, and then a week later someone says, oh, but this section we have an issue. I'm like, but it wasn't the problem, the previous. But anyway, it's getting less and less now.
It's getting lesser and lesser.
So
Fair enough.
I think as the business grows and as we get more feedback, it's getting more stable.
That's very nice. However, even though it's getting stable, what does a bad founder day look like? Now, because see, a bad founder's day, because see, you fly.
Yeah.
And you fly a lot. Something you said very interesting, that you need to have a team to delegate to when obviously you're not around. However, but when captain comes back, now you're not just the captain of the aircraft, you're captain of Avixu, because it's your baby.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you what a bad founder's day looked like. So I wasn't flying that. I was actually on holiday. Okay. And I created a WhatsApp group, which I hate, by the way. I hate WhatsApp groups. But anyway, we have our own community, which we'll talk about as well. Anyway, this WhatsApp group, the purpose of this WhatsApp group was for beta testing. Okay. So I put the link out. I said, guys, if you want to beta test it, add yourself to the group.
Right.
And all the information will be on there. Great. I went to bed. Okay. I woke up to an absolute shitstorm of comments and stuff. People say, but who's this company? They're trying to scam us. They're just there to take your money. I'm like, guys, we don't even have a payment portal yet built in. Okay. So a bad founder's day is when people say
not understanding
things,
your product.
But they say things that they have no cooking clue about. Okay. So I'm like, guys,
No cooking
what
clue.
the hell are you talking about? So there was 2 particular crew members who had very strong opinions about our business.
Right.
I DM'd them. The one guy didn't even want to engage back. He's like, no, I'm not talking to. Well, why? You are very open on a group, but when we are going one-on-one,
Yeah, you don't want
you
to engage.
actually are quiet. Okay. The other girl was also quite vocal. She was happy to go on a Zoom call with me. I showed her the platform, and she's like, "Shit, I never knew. This is what you do. I'm so
There you
sorry."
go.
I'm like, the problem now is 800 other people saw you guys
Yeah.
go off
Go
on us.
off on it,
How many
yes.
people left the group because of this?
Yeah.
Okay. How much damage did you actually cause to my business? And yeah, that for no reason.
Mm,
And then she actually publicly apologized, and which was quite nice. So yeah,
fair.
I have respect for her. But yeah, so that's a bad founder's day. Is people harm your business in ways that yeah, you are struggling to recover.
And see, like you said, this. So people see now, they see the final product getting refined day in, day
Yeah.
out. It's like getting polished as you're getting more and more feedback. Now you said you've got a great database of already 2,000 on board, which is great. You're working on different, what do you call, subscription plans,
Yeah.
models.
Yeah.
Tell us more, as in, if there's these other recruiting agencies and stuff, cool? Suppose one of them, they want to work for X company, right? Does it make sense that they sort of become what they subscribe onto your platform, or they just continue working for the client in the sense as a third party, because now they're the mediators, right? So
Yes.
they would feel challenged from this, or
The
rather
question-
competition, right?
Again, look at our model. We
Right.
said one database. Okay. If I say one database, I can't gatekeep it, because then I'm forcing other people to also build databases. So if you are a recruitment agency,
Right.
okay, you need a database to actually service your clients. But what we do is, listen, tap into our database.
Right.
Okay, there's the data. You can actually go, because I'm not going to 500 companies and say,
Right.
"Hey, come to me," blah blah. No. It's still up to the individuals, the mentors, the recruitment agencies to, well, they can benefit from us.
Yeah.
Okay, tap into our data network. So yeah, I'm not gatekeeping it. Is that answering your question?
It is, yes, because for example, one other thing, small, like, do they see naturally, because it's more digitalized, it's very efficient. So the people who are still running stuff manually, they see it as a huge competition.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, the fax machine. Where's that?
Don't know.
It doesn't exist anymore. So you either
Keep up with the
you
time.
either keep up with the times,
Yeah.
or you get left behind. And it's sad, but come on, why do we have to accept we are living in an era, whatever, okay, where technology is taking over, okay? Use it, okay? Change your model. Kodak, we spoke about that, I think, in
Yeah,
our
we
last
did.
thing.
Right, right.
Kodak was, I think it was Kodak or Nikon.
Kodak, Nikon,
Nikon, whatever. I can't remember
Nokia.
which one. Nokia.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine. They're like, no, we're not gonna go this all. We will stay film. Okay, dead.
Dead.
5 years later. Okay, great. So whose fault is that? Should I say sorry to them?
No.
No ways.
Something very interesting. So now, since you have this platform, and this is human nature, right? And this is where a lot of misconceptions come in. So now people see that you have this platform, you have the data,
Yeah.
right? Has you having this data affected relations? Now, let me elaborate on this further. People think that because they've sent you a CV, right?
Yeah.
You are going to find a job for them. Now, see this. I'm sure you must have come across this.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I got a flight attendant the other day. Okay, so our one model is, and it will stay like this.
Right.
Like, I'll put it on recording. You will always be able to have a profile for free with us,
Right.
and find a job for free. Okay. T's and C's apply. I'll put that in.
T's and C's apply.
If something changes, right? Okay. You will have a profile for free. Okay. She decided she's going to pay the $50 a year
Right.
that allows you to verify your identity.
Right.
It ranks you higher in all the searches, and it gives you access to a closed community. Okay, good. So we have the two. You can create a profile for free,
Right.
and then you can have the paid version, $50. I mean, what do you get for $50 nowadays? You can have that.
We drink
Then-
more than that when we
Yeah.
sit down for it.
But now that I think of that, she actually went for the lower one for $6 a month. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And after 1 month, she messaged me, I am canceling my subscription because you haven't found me a job yet. For $6? Really?
And
Okay.
you haven't
You
found her
are
a job yet.
ranking higher than everyone else. Okay. If there's no company looking for someone like you, you're not going to get a job. Okay.
Right.
Join our recruitment agency, which we'll get to buy later. I'm not the recruiter. I'm the one building the app. If I
Right.
was the recruiter, okay, why would I allow other recruiters to tap into my data? Because then they are taking money out of my mouth, money
Right.
off the table, right? No. We will make sure we can capture the data in a way that is beneficial for all the rest. Yeah,
Fair.
if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
Now, see, another thing which is interesting. Initially, you said something that how to assess the quality of the
Yes. The candidates.
yeah, the
So-
quality of the candidates.
So this is where the distinction comes in now. Okay.
Right.
When I started the platform,
Yeah.
it was purely the database.
Correct.
How we can manage the data
Yeah.
using technology, placing crew in the fastest way. Amazing. Then as I went to companies,
Right.
okay, helping them to sign up, helping them to create their profiles, giving training on the program, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
They said, listen, but actually, you know what? We want you to recommend crew to us. Okay. So there will always be, I feel, a market for personal recommendations. I tell everyone, never rely just on Avixu, just on, call it latest pilot jobs, BizJ's jobs. You can't, okay? It's all just digital platforms. You need to start building networks
Right.
outside of that. So I'm quite vocal about it. You should build a network. If you don't, you are lazy, and don't ask then a platform to actually help you. Okay. Anyway, beside the point. Beside the point.
Assessing them.
Assessing.
Yep.
Okay. That's when we decided we will create our own recruitment agency outside of the platform.
Right.
So we are now a recruitment agency using Avixu. Okay, so
Right.
it's two different businesses. Okay. Now, how can we do that? If I have not flown with you, if you're a flight attendant, how can I recommend you? I can't go with
Huge risk.
I can't go and meet you for a coffee and say, personally, personally, I can say you're amazing, but professionally, I don't know how you work.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So now what is the risk here? If I place you with a
Right.
company, you screw up in the cabin,
You're
messing up, I don't know what.
Yeah.
The client says, listen, we will never fly with this company again because of
They
the
will
experience
never
we had.
work with you again.
This company will tell me, listen, we will never take a flight attendant from you again. Why? Because the recommendation
Was terrible.
weak. Shit. Horrible. Okay. So I said, what will make us different? We will only take crew into our agency who's competent. Okay. There's a difference between giving a company a CV
Right.
and giving a company a competent crew member.
True.
Okay. But now, how do we
Evaluate that.
evaluate this? Okay. At the moment, I am very fortunate. We have a great partnership and relationship with Dynamic.
Right.
You just had an interview with Mark. And from the beginning, I think me and Mark clicked. Okay.
Right.
We think alike. I think we have, a lot in common. Okay. And anyway, he opened up his training center for me. He's like, listen, if you need anything where I can help, I would help you. Okay. And I said to Mark the other day, listen, can we use the simulator
Yeah.
to maybe assess crew?
Right.
Okay. And he's like, okay, what's your idea? Put it on paper, show me exactly what you want. And I'm like, great, I will do that. Everything starts on paper, right?
It does, yes.
So then I had to think, okay, we have the mentors. What works with them and what doesn't work with
Right.
them? Okay. You have recruitment agencies again. What works with them? What doesn't work with them? So I had to start almost from the beginning.
Right.
Okay. So the things that I identified was you have a lot of let's call it Emirates crew, Etihad, Qatar, all of these
Commercial.
airlines. Commercial.
Yeah, commercial.
These girls want to break into the corporate market.
Right.
It's almost impossible. I don't want to say it's impossible because you do get girls who get the lucky break. And
Right, they do.
someone gives them a shot.
Right.
But most private jet companies don't give them shots. Why? Because commercial is completely different than corporate.
Yes.
Okay. So we said
Do you want
let's.
to, before you dive into that,
Okay.
do you want to tell us the slight difference? Like, for example, what I understand from whatever little knowledge I have, in commercial, you have a whole team,
Team. Yeah.
right, of flight attendants and everybody. And if something, God forbid, does go wrong, there's backup.
There's
Right.
backup, 100%. There's
However,
more support.
There's exactly.
Yeah.
So there's more support. However, on a private jet,
Everything
there's-
falls on you.
yes,
Yeah.
and you're possibly maybe one flight attendant, possibly two, but
Yeah.
that's it.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
So let's take a single crew ops,
There
right?
you go.
You have the catering that you need to order.
Let's say
Okay.
6 people on board.
Now you need to manage that.
Right.
How long will it take you to actually find the right caterer? Okay. So that's one aspect of it. Great. Now you get to the aircraft. You have your safety check still. But
Right.
then you have the catering coming. Now your order is wrong. Okay. What do you do with the food that you actually got? So now you need to start improvising. So there's different skills. You are sometimes flying through the night, minimum rest, fly back, minimum rest, fly back.
Right,
Again.
right.
Okay. Yeah. There's a lot of
There's so
different
many
challenges.
things, yes.
Okay.
And also something that they don't, I feel that a lot of the people don't understand is, for example, a lot of something very small, basic. In commercial, catering is there. You warm it up, you give it off, done.
Yeah.
Everything, tray, packed, blah, blah. Over
Yeah.
here, it comes down to presentability.
Exactly.
You have to
You must make a piece of bread look like it's coming out of a
Desirable.
Michelin chef's kitchen now, or whatever.
Exactly. And on top of that, I've seen a lot of my acquaintances and colleagues, they go out and they do the shopping themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get it? So
Yeah.
that's added effort, which is obviously not there in the commercial side of things
Yeah.
because you're there.
And you have to work within a budget.
There we go. Yeah, exactly.
So if you don't understand that, now you're going to be like, I bought too much of this. I forgot about that. That's where the experience part comes in, right? And that's
Exactly.
why the companies are like, are we going to risk our passengers
yeah.
with
And
your
those are very
incompetence?
sensitive passengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They expect. They paid how many thousands? You know the prices.
Yes.
Okay. They paid thousands of dollars, and here you have someone. I don't have your sugar or whatever. I don't know. I'm on a flight dinner, right?
I can imagine. I can imagine. But thank goodness I've never had this issue on any of the flights.
Yeah.
But I do understand that there's a particular level of professionalism,
Yeah.
which I understand that even though your
Cultures.
business,
Different cultures.
Can
how
we-
you serve different nationalities.
yes,
Okay. If you don't know it, you don't know it. Okay.
correct.
What do?
Now this is where your partnership sort of comes in,
Yes.
where
yes.
you can give them, I think, a real life. How can I say?
The experience.
Hands-on experience that this is what clients can be like.
Yeah.
Let's come to that later. But first, let's work on how you would present it.
Okay.
Everything matters, I think, even from putting how can I say, when they
Arabic
place
coffee.
everything.
Arabic coffee, for
Yeah.
example. Okay.
Yes.
I had this conversation with one of my friends, right? I flew with her in the airlines
Right.
years ago. Okay. She's on a G650 now. I think she's been flying on it 3 years or whatever the case
Nice.
is. I said to her, we are starting this recruitment agency. It's basically you have to be evaluated before you accept you.
Right.
And this is my reasons. And she's like, so I want to be part of that. I'm like, no, you should. Not really.
Yeah, yeah, of
I have to
course.
play a little bit devil's advocate here, right? She's like, why? I said, because I can't use you. Now she's got experience on a private jet.
Right.
Okay. And she's like, give me an example. Why not? I said, okay, I have a flight tomorrow out of Dubai. You're flying with 3 Arabic men to Zurich. Okay. They want Arabic coffee. How do you serve Arabic coffee? I don't know. Exactly. You should.
Exactly.
You're going to disappoint them.
Right.
Okay. So we have to look at when a company phones us, what is their requirements? And then we have to confidently say, for that, you have to take this flight.
Understood.
This one will not disappoint you. How can we do that? Through assessment and relationship.
Fair.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to assessments, is there like a training program? I think you're working on that as well.
Yeah. So we obviously partners with Dynamic.
Right.
They have their 3-day, I call it VIP service
Right.
or silver service. They call it Elegance. I'm gonna mess it
Yeah,
up.
Mark was
It's,
mentioning it.
VIP Elegance.
Mark mentioned it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's their course.
Uh-huh.
So the flight attendants, once they sign up for this, they will go through the 3-day course.
Right.
Then we're going to spend 2 days on personal branding. Okay.
Nice.
I say on a CV, people lie. You can put anything on a CV and I still don't know who you are. Okay. But if we can build a personal brand for you, now when I present your portfolio, so we are building a portfolio for you. When we present a portfolio to the company actually start to get a feeling of who you are in the way we present it. Okay. It's not colors and whatever. No, we are actually having an interview with you.
Right.
Okay. It's the way you speak. It's the way you carry yourself. Okay. It matters. So that's the first thing. Second thing, we do psychometric tests. So every single flight attendant who joins us will do a psychometric test. Why? Because we can tell the company, hey, this is the personality type that you're going to work with. Will this fit into your operation or with your particular clients? Okay. It doesn't help anyone if you're flying to Ibiza, guys are going to party, and you put a introvert who's going to cry every time someone looks at her on the flight.
Fair.
Okay. The passengers won't have a great experience.
True.
Again, we have to look at each situation, scenario, whatever, as a individual event. Or
That's why it's private aviation, right?
Exactly.
It's private. It's curated to everybody's need.
needs. Exactly. So yeah, then we'll spend 2 days on that. Then they're gonna have 4 days with one of two. We have two of our own trainers. I'm not going to mention their names now, but they are very highly ranked in the UAE. Well, not just the UAE, worldwide, but they are amazing. Okay, so they're going to spend 4 days with the crew, making them do what they're going to do in real life. So they're not going to sit in a classroom reading about how to order catering. They're actually going to order catering. Catering is going to be delivered.
Yeah.
They're going to have to check it. There will be mistakes and like some curveballs. Okay.
Right.
Then we will have real passengers. I think I told you, I asked you if you want to be a passenger on one of the flights. They have to serve the passengers. Okay. They have to stay within a time limit. We will say, listen, sign on is this time, chalk off is this time. Okay. The flight is only an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever the scenario is. Okay.
Let's say European flights, they're very, very small flights.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then you only have so much time to actually do what needs to be done.
Correct.
In a very professional,
calm, composed, professional manner.
Yes. While dealing with some curveballs.
Absolutely.
Okay. In that way, we get to see, okay, she handles, on
pressure.
Paper, she handles pressure like this. Reality, what the hell is she doing? It cannot, and then we can work on it, okay? I know for a fact, because this course that I'm describing now is for crew coming out of commercial, wanting to go into corporate, okay?
Yes.
I know for a fact, their first day, they probably cry. Be like, what am I doing? Okay? I saw a post from some flight attendant the other day, how I felt after my first flight, and she said she vomited. Okay? That's stress. We want them to vomit here and not in the airplane in real life. Okay? And then day 5, they do a test flight. Either with one of the trainers or with whoever, who's then going to give them a final signature. They then get a letter of recommendation, which means it's not ChatGPT who has written this letter. You can only, this letter will also have a serial number on. Okay. So we can always track the letters. So this letter will belong to this particular flight attendant. We'll have a full,
For completing XYZ.
exactly.
Right.
But that letter means if you have it, you can hire her.
You
Because
have.
everything is done. We can put our name next to them.
Now, this is where another interesting question comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Again, people, because people are very, as humans, we have that tendency, right? So
Yeah.
now they've gotten this qualification.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come back. They go like, yeah, I'm not being able to find.
Find a job.
Exactly.
Okay, so we can use the argument, if I went to flight school, I did my pilot's license, I can't find a job. Is it the flight school's problem? No. But here's the trick. We talk
Tell
about
me.
networking, okay?
Yes.
While they are looking for jobs outside of us, okay?
Right.
Because they have the letter now. I am still busy building relationship with different companies around the world. And I present every portfolio that is right for that company
And your
on their
portfolio
behalf.
is part of
which-
my database.
Yes. So
Right.
now I go and I say, the 2,000 crew here, great. The company has access to that.
Yes.
But you want my personal recommendation? Here's the girls that I think is good, or the guys. And I can tell you, this is why they are good.
Because they've gone through
Because
this.
we have gone through
Right.
detailed training. Okay.
Interesting.
So I think that's what makes us a little bit different in that regard.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think all the things that you've mentioned and listed out, that how Avixu is standing out, because there's constant improvisation, there's constant improvement.
Yeah.
You're very open to feedback. You're very open to critique. Like
You can't grow if you don't listen to feedback. You won't grow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, like we discussed, initially how Avixu started, and so many things changed along the way, and
Yeah.
now it's more refined.
Yeah.
And as technology and as the database grows, things will continue being refined.
Yeah.
You have anything to tell candidates what they should actually work on when they're trying to sort of do two things: one, transition from corporate to business, and obviously the ones who are existing in business, however, struggling to find a job,
The ones already in business,
Yeah.
build a network.
build a
Okay.
network.
If you don't have a profile with us, I think you're stupid because it doesn't cost you anything. Okay. If you don't have a line in the water, you will not catch a fish. Okay. Have a profile. Don't just have a profile with us, have a profile everywhere. Okay. However, I think if the companies start getting like, this is easy. Why do I have to pay another company $700 to place an ad and then get 1,000 CVs that I have to work through
Right.
versus I can search and find exactly what I want? Okay.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a profile, you're going to start missing out on possible opportunities.
Opportunities.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the first thing. Second thing is build your network. Okay.
And it's bare minimum. It's very,
The
very
flight
affordable.
attendants, I think you take 20 minutes to set it up. Another thing, please update. It's like upload a professional picture.
Right,
There's flight
right.
attendants who upload their feet. It's crazy. I'm like, why? Why did you upload your feet? This is your CV. Okay, I just delete the picture, right? It's so stupid. Anyway, or a doc, like whatever. Upload. So that's your first impression.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I sat with another company the other day. And they were looking for crew out of Italy. He said, let's see, Italy. 10 people populated. Now, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this guy, exactly how he uses the platform, because I learn
Uh-huh.
by the way he interacts.
Right, right.
And what was quite interesting to see is when he, so in my mind, if you are verified, you rank higher. But in my
Right.
mind, that's who they will pick first. But funny enough, he picked the people that had professional profile pictures first. So it's like, okay, I like,
Presentable.
these ones.
Presentable.
These ones I can look at. Then he went into the profiles. If you do not have any documents uploaded, he said to me, I assume she's lazy.
Oh,
Because the capabilities is there to do everything. Why didn't you do it? So
Right.
why do you make me wonder now? what your qualifications are because you've uploaded nothing. Okay. Now we come back to security. Some crew said, but I don't want to upload my passport. My bro,
Okay.
you have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We don't even ask you to upload your actual passport. We ask you what passport you have when it expires.
Right.
I don't even ask you your full name on the passport. Okay. Why? Because I don't need it. So what certificates do you have? Tell us. Okay.
We need to know
There's a
basic
bill.
qualifications.
Exactly.
Right.
So what he did was first picture. Is it professional?
Right.
Great. She looks after herself. Great. We can work with this. Second, how professional was she? Did she complete the whole thing? No.
No.
Skip. And he actually went for the one with the most qualifications.
Wow.
So professional, most qualifications. So that's my tip. Is make sure you
Complete the profile.
you
and
complete the profile.
do the whatever is required. Upload all the documents, etc. Because it'll only help you
At the end of the
get
day.
better opportunities.
And then why do we want you to upload? Because at the end of the day, once the company engages with you, okay, and they want to offer you the job, the next step is then, listen, we are going to require X, Y, and Z documents.
Right.
Now you can in-app share, okay? So you can expose, let's say your passport, visa, and oops, I exposed this document. You can quickly take it back.
Right.
If you have emailed the wrong document, that email is gone, okay? With us, you don't want to work with a company, you can retract your documents, which means it's taken off their database
Interesting.
again. Unless they now download it and
Right,
screenshot and whatever.
Right.
But you always have the ability to take back documents.
That would be something very interesting. You just said screenshot. Now there's
Yeah.
a lot of protection against screenshotting, right? Maybe something you can implement,
It's something we can look at.
right?
Yeah.
That would be interesting. 'Cause
Developers,
just
if
said,
you
right?
do watch this, they will see if we can do something with the screenshots. Yeah.
I think that would be interesting.
Mm.
Yeah. Wow. Any other tips for new candidates?
New candidates, of course, I'm going to promote our course.
Right.
The only reason is there's nothing out there like this. Okay.
Absolutely.
Nowhere you'll find an actual replica of a private jet where you can service with the trainers being the quality that they are. It's not someone who's been in private aviation for 2 years. Okay. It's someone who's been in private aviation maybe for 20 years. Okay. They know the game. They themselves have their own networks, which means they trained you. Their network reaches out to them saying, do you know someone? Yes, I just trained this girl. You can actually take her. So now it's not just me,
Right.
it's them and it's this person. So it becomes a whole thing. So
It becomes a little community in its
Exactly.
own. Right.
exactly. But with trust. Why trust? Because with trust, the competence, trust comes if we deliver competence.
True.
And that's ultimately. So I could have grown this, I reckon, to 10,000 crew already.
Right.
But if you look at our marketing or how I post, you either want to be with us or you don't. Okay. And we rather go for the quality than the quantity.
Fair.
Okay. We build slow but strong. Yeah. So that's
Moritz, this was amazing. Thank you so much
Thank you,
for
Reza.
letting me understand a lot more about how Avixu is functioning, and it's doing really well. And I really wish you all the best, that it grows even more. And hopefully next time when we can sit down, we want to explore the security aspect
Yeah.
and a few other misconceptions, misunderstandings, which are still there. There's a lot of misinformation in the market, and we'd love to explore all of that with you.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Reza.
Appreciate
Bye-bye.
it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Avixo is the output. The real story is the grind that created it. Moritz, respect for balancing, flying with building. I'm really excited to see what this becomes. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to like, follow, and share. Appreciate the support.